Judge, welcome to our very first Family Treatment Court graduation. We're thrilled to be here. We're thrilled that you're here today. We invited Governor Jim Justice to this graduation. He was unable to attend, but he did send a greeting, which I will read to you now. As Governor, I welcome you to the Nicholas County Family Treatment Court. The graduates of today's class are the very first from this program, and this is a milestone for each of you and every one of your families. The drug problem, both within our state and throughout the entire nation, is at a critical state, and I'm thrilled to see the Nicholas County citizens take an active stand against it. The Family Treatment Court program is an intensive, collaborative approach to serve families who require substance abuse disorder treatment and who are involved with the child welfare system. Our children are indeed our future, and it is vitally important we shield them from the ravages of drugs. Likewise, we must rescue all West Virginians from drug addiction. Doing so will, without doubt, be the best investment we ever made. Let me take this opportunity to commend everyone involved in this initiative, from the members of the court to the courageous participants themselves. Their hard work and perseverance have made a real difference. Again, I welcome you to today's graduation. I believe West Virginians have what it takes to stop substance abuse and its heartbreaking consequences. Doing so will, without a doubt, be the best investment we ever made in the Mountain State. And it's signed Governor Jim Justice. We thank Jim Justice for that greeting today. I removed my mask while I'm speaking. I would invite other speakers to do the same. So I'll do a brief introduction. About 1 year ago, we were in this room and we did a kickoff of this Family Treatment Court team. And we've come a long way since then. We put together a great team. We've done a lot of hard work each and every day. People ask me about, does it work? Do we have success? And you can see our graduates today, they're certainly a success. But these graduates have had a lot of successes along the way. Our other participants, they have successes every day. When a participant gets their driver's license, that's a success. When a participant gets their own home, that's a success. When a participant gets their child or children back in that home, that's another success. We rack up successes every day in this program. And these are the culmination of a lot of successes. We've had some good results here. We've had success in the program overall. But what does that is the people involved in this. This would not work without the drug court treatment team, the family court treatment team. This morning we had a team meeting. There were 21 people there. So that tells you some have to be there, but most are volunteers. They're dedicated to the program. They're dedicated to rebuilding families. They're dedicated to doing something about the drug problem. When Stephanie and I were forming the treatment team, all we have to do is ask. Say, you want to help families and you want to do something about the drug problem? Who's going to say no to that? So the people, Stephanie will introduce you to all the members of the adult family treatment team. So you get to know every one of them. But those people and their dedication helps make this program run. The other thing is the organizations and the community. We have the help of SOZO. We have the help of Celebrate Recovery. We have the help of I Heart Church. We have the help of New Beginnings Church. When we reach out, all we have to do is ask. Everybody in the community has been more than willing to help, and that's been a great asset. So when we have a team meeting, there's 21 people there. We're all putting our heads together trying to figure out how to help these people. Now that's 21 people with all the people they know. So if we have a participant needing a place to live, or needing furniture for a place to live, there's 21 people there that we can say, hey, I know somebody. So it's the dedication of this team and the involvement of the community that makes this work. And I want to thank the team again. I thank them every time we meet, I think. We have several guest speakers here today, and I'm going to introduce all of those. Our first guest speaker will be our first speaker, I was just told, is Congressman Carol Miller was invited. She couldn't be here today, but her representative, Madison Stone, is here today. And Madison, come on up.
Thank you so much for inviting our office. I do apologize that the Congresswoman herself could not be here for you all today, but she did send me with a greeting. Dear friends, please accept my congratulations and my best wishes for each graduate at today's Nicholas County Family Treatment Court graduation. I'm sorry I cannot be with you in person, but you have truly accomplished something very meaningful that can change your lives, your children's lives, and your family's lives. Graduates, I encourage you to seize this opportunity and take with you the lessons you have learned through this treatment court program. This path ahead will not be without struggles, challenges, and temptations, but I hope you will remember both what brought you here and what you have learned as a result. You can be a productive member of our community, and you will make positive changes, and you will be whatever you want to be. You wouldn't be here today without the support of your community. To the staff of the Nicholas County Family Treatment Court and our local and state leaders, thank you for your leadership and your commitment to your neighbors and your community. To the families of our graduates, your support is critical for a successful path ahead. Drug courts work, and they provide a path for a new life, and I encourage you to seize this opportunity to make the most of the future that lies in front of you. I would like to present each of you, each of our graduates, with a certificate of special congressional recognition. May it serve as a reminder of today's great importance. Sincerely, Congresswoman Carol D. Miller.
Thank you, Madison. That was a good message from Congresswoman Carol Miller. We also invited Joe Manchin, Senator Joe Manchin, to today's graduation. He also could not make it, but he did send a written message, and we've asked our Family Treatment Court guardian ad litem, Denise Pettijohn, to deliver that message.
Graduates, I bring each of you a greeting from Senator Joe Manchin. It is my distinct privilege to congratulate you as one of the first graduates of the Nicholas County Family Treatment Court. This is such an outstanding milestone for this program, as well as for you and your family. This program is an important opportunity to make a major change in the quality of life for participants and their families. The effects of addiction extend to the heart of the community, and it is my hope that these programs continue to expand and, in turn, change the lives for years to come. Again, I applaud the outstanding dedication it took to make today possible, and hope that you have found a strong support system in those around you. You are here today because of your unfailing positive attitude and the people around you who know what you are capable of. Here in West Virginia, our most precious and valuable resource is our people, and you are no exception. Together, we are making an impact on the substance abuse epidemic, and every Family Treatment Court graduation in our beautiful state is a victory. This is an exciting milestone for you and your family, and I wish you the best of luck in the future. With warmest regards, signed, Joe Manchin III, Senator of West Virginia.
Thank you. Our next speaker is the State Director for the Family Treatment Courts. Her name is Chantel Potts. She has been very helpful to us over the last year in answering our questions, meeting our requests, probably putting up with us at some times, but Chantel, come on up.
Thank you, Judge. As he mentioned, it was a year ago in 2020 that we all gathered together for this opening of this Family Treatment Court, not knowing what the next year was going to bring for all of us. We had some trials, tribulations, some big changes for all of us. But for you six, and for all the rest that affected you and your families, it was a big change, and it was a positive change. That change did not come without some setbacks. That change did not come without some huge victories. We got our driver's license. We're so excited about that. We got a new outlook. We got new jobs. We got new homes. We had a baby. We had a baby that was completely drug-free. So that is huge. So in order to do that, we had a lot of folks in Nicholas County that was part of Family Treatment Court, one of which was Judge Callahan. I thank him for his tenacity, his drive to never stop and never give up, because he knew that this community needed. I thank the treatment team, specifically the Taylor Court Center. Gary, nice to meet you. I would like to thank the probation department. There's several from the adult drug court that assist Stephanie, the coordinator. all the time with whatever she needs. So I thank them, and I thank the chief for a heart of gold, caring about the folks of Nicholas County, specifically you guys. You know what it takes, and you know what Stephanie, the team that she has behind her that helps you guys on the daily, really. So for Aaron, Alice, Tyler, Jeremy, Angela, and Krista, congratulations. I'm very proud of you guys, and I know that you guys are going to continue to do well. And if you have a moment that you're feeling like, uh-oh, I have that feeling again, I need some help again, they're all right here, and they're all going to welcome you back. You can go down to the DRC, take a moment, get with Emily, the therapist. She'll help you. So just remember that those tools are all still here. Just because you guys aren't coming there every day doesn't mean you can't. So just remember that. We've recently expanded, and the judge, I hope we'll talk about this, we've expanded the Nicholas County Family Treatment Court. We were originally going to accept up to 25 people. And because the need was so great and the successes have been so forthcoming, we have decided to expand it and double it. So now we have 2 coordinators, Stephanie Smith and Janet Burge. There's Janet, and Stephanie. These 2 ladies, their dedication, support is insurmountable. It's been amazing to see. It's been amazing to watch the changes, not only within them, but within you guys and your team, and then within the community. So I'm very thankful and very proud of them. Mr. Rodney, our CPS worker, thank you so much. The support that we have from the local DHHR has been amazing, because without them we wouldn't get anywhere, because they are the ones that are helping us, making sure that the kids that are involved in Family Treatment Court are getting what they need. So we thank them for that support. And I hope that I'm sure that I'm missing some, but I think we have them all. So I want to again thank the Supreme Court for their support of Family Treatment Court. I think that without them, I know without them, we would have never been able to be as successful as we are, not just in Nicholas County. We are in 11 counties across the state. That's huge. And we're continuing to grow and learn and experience these positive changes. So without the Supreme Court, I think that we would not be where we are. So I'm very thankful to them. But again, congratulations to you guys. Please don't forget, these folks are here for you. They're here to support you and guide you and help you with whatever you need. So, congratulations.
Okay, our next speaker today is Stephanie Bond. She is the State Director of Probation Services. I got it right there. Okay, so come on, Stephanie.
Good afternoon, everyone. I can't tell you how excited I am to be here. And to see so many people. This is just, it's fantastic. At a time when a lot of people are still hesitant about getting together, to see this many people here to celebrate these remarkable individuals, it just warms my heart. Chantel talked about the judge being tenacious. That's probably an understatement. When we were working on which counties were going to have a family treatment court, I heard from him quite often. It was he was not going to let Nicholas County go without being one of the first ones. He was going to do whatever it took, because he knew that the need was here, and he knew that he had the team that could help some folks. And when I came to I think it was the first training, and met the treatment team that were here and learning, and I met Stephanie, and I saw what a great team that she was with the judge and the treatment team and their dedication. I knew without a doubt that this county was going to be successful. I didn't have any idea it would be as successful as it has been in a short amount of time. I mean, they've barely been operational a year. They have all of these graduates and are expanding. So it's just been remarkable. And I'm so thankful for Stephanie and the judge. And I'm thankful for the judge for hounding me. I wouldn't have said that a year ago, but I am thankful that he did, because had that not been the case, we might not have some of these people here today. And Stephanie, you and your team have done a fantastic job. So appreciate that. To the graduates, you know, and I always talk about how this is the best part of my job. Coming to these graduations, whether it be family treatment court, adult drug court, it's the best part of my job. To learn what some of you have overcome and what you've gone through and how you've come out the other side is just so inspiring. But then I think about this past year, and all I hear about in these meetings are overdoses have been on the rise this past year. During the pandemic, we lost more people than we ever had, and all across the country. And I sit there and I think, well, that might be true, but we've saved a lot of lives during the pandemic as well. And actually, we haven't saved a lot of lives. You guys have saved a lot of lives. For you to come out through that pandemic as strong as you are, when a time when, you know, recovery focuses all about community and being together and having those positive relationships, and you're working on your recovery, and right in the middle of it, all of that's taken away from you. But you still did it. You stuck with it, and that makes me so proud of you guys. I can't tell you. That is a remarkable accomplishment. So if you ever, as they talked about before, you know, start feeling a little weak, you've overcome the worst. I mean, if anybody has had to overcome some stuff this past year, you guys have done it. So I have no doubt in your future and your ability to succeed. With that, I don't know where the rest of the participants are, but you know, you guys have been going through this as well, doing a great job. There's always going to be ups and downs. Nobody is perfect. Stick with it, and you'll be sitting right here not too long from now. So congratulations again, and best of luck to all you guys.
Thank you, Stephanie. And it's already been mentioned that the DHHR has been very helpful to this program. Without them, we couldn't do what we do. We've had nothing but positive help from the DHHR, and I want to thank the DHHR for that. And also want to recognize Patty Martin from the DHHR and bring her up to say a few things.
Nicholas DHHR is honored to be a part of the Nicholas County Family Treatment Court. And under the leadership of Judge Callahan, we've been able to build one of the best family treatment court teams in the state. Each of our team members over here has played an integral part of this team, and without them, we would have not been successful. Our participants have shown great courage and dedication as they have stood before us each week and let us talk about their struggles, and we have celebrated their successes. Each of you should be very proud. Throughout the family treatment court process, you've been able to build your personal toolbox with the tools you'll need to be successful. I hope that each one of you, as you move into the future, will use those tools. Congratulations to each and every one of you. You and your family should be very proud.
Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you again to the DHHR. Our final speaker today is Judge James Rowe. Judge Rowe is a great friend of this court. His picture hangs there on the wall. During Judge Rowe's 2-year stay here, he laid a rock-solid foundation for these treatment courts. We couldn't have known without him. His contribution to this community has been huge. So, Judge Rowe.
Good afternoon. It's actually my delight and pleasure to have been invited to come, Judge, and to share in the celebration of this wonderful afternoon and wonderful accomplishment. You really are my family in so many ways, and so it is a particular pleasure and delight, as I say, for me to be here seeing all of you all again. You know, sometimes as we as judges and lawyers tend to do, they always look at the law when they have a task at hand. And when Judge Callahan invited me to say a few words, I turned to the law, and sometimes you've got to step back and think, well, what gives courts and departments the authority to do what they're doing? And so we can't do anything, as the folks in law enforcement will tell you, unless they got the law or the authority to do it. They have the authority to be the law, if you will, in our counties, and judges and prosecutors and defense folks are given the authority to do what they do. And so I looked at the code, at the West Virginia Code, and looked at Chapter 49, which provides for the state having the authority to protect children and to ensure that children and their families are healthy and safe and secure. And Chapter 49 starts out, as most sections of the code that have some comprehensiveness to them, talks about the legislative purposes for policy, and so the law reflects the policy of the state. And so I looked at a few of the enumerated purposes of Chapter 49, and it says in part, the child welfare and juvenile justice system shall assure each child care, safety, and guidance. We all know that, and we practiced as best we could that for many, many years. It has the purpose of preserving and strengthening the child's family ties. It has the purpose of developing and establishing procedures and programs which are family focused. And sometimes we probably not have done as good a job in that category as we needed to. And I'll provide the last one that I highlighted. Involve the child's family in the planning and development of programs and services. I have been involved in abuse and neglect law my entire legal career as a practicing attorney and as a judge. And we saw some success, not nearly enough over the years. Very rarely did I see a parent or a set of parents who did not love their children. But the sad thing was that, as we all know, children can't afford to wait. And so sometimes people can't get their act together, can't get their brains healed, can't get the skill sets that they need, both life skills and job skills and parent skills, in time to save their children, to keep their children in their home. And so it's obvious that Judge Callahan and Stephanie and the folks here in this county, and I commend both the prosecutors, counsel, as well as the defense bar for having the broad-mindedness and enlightenment to say this works, and this is good for our clients, this is good for our county, and obviously it's good for our children. So the Nicholas County justice system takes this policy to heart. It's not mandatory. It's not something that judges and prosecutors and defense counsel are required to do by the code. It's all voluntary. And undoubtedly, it takes an enormous amount of extra work that many judges just don't do in the state. It takes extra work and a lot of extra heartache and headache in order to get it done. So, you took my thunder, Stephanie. Sorry. I was going to talk about Judge Callahan and Stephanie Smith's doggedness and determination and advocacy to get this here. I don't think it wasn't in the cards initially, as I understood it. And Nicholas County and Roane, I guess, were the fourth and fifth, so the second round of drug court treatment, family court treatment plans. The Supreme Court website says that family treatment courts are designed to return children to a safer home environment and achieve permanency faster and more efficiently than traditional methods. And that's what this is all about. You have more success with more families, and you're off to a great start. And Nicholas County is truly serving as a model for the rest of the state. You've been a model for several years for drug court for the rest of the state, and the way you expand the program is just enormous. And you deserve recognition. You deserve to be lifted up for your success and for your hard work and for your determination to to continue to do well in the years to come. I don't know these participants. I congratulate you don't know you well enough to be able to have a license to preach to you, but as I say to all of us, we're all works in progress. Don't let your guard down. Keep after it. Remember, your children are the community's resources and your resource, and they are precious and deserve always coming first with respect to their well-being and welfare. And that means education, instruction, discipline, and all the things that we all want to see parents do. So, once again, thank you and congratulations.
Next on the agenda is a special announcement, but I'd like to make one quick thank you before we do that. These wonderful portraits behind me are the result of Kim Sterling's work. She volunteered to do that, and I think just by looking at those portraits, she did an awesome job. These are our graduating families, and another cool part about this program, these families will go home with these portraits today. So, thank you, Kim. The special announcement, Chantel already touched on it a little bit, so did Stephanie, but we are expanding. I'll give you a little bit of background about that. I had a meeting a couple weeks ago with Stephanie Smith. She's our probation officer in charge of family treatment. And we were getting up around 25, 30 participants. And I said, Stephanie, we've got to tap the brakes here. There's only so much we can do. We've only got so many people. And I might as well have been talking to a brick wall. She had no intention of stopping me. But not an hour later, I get a call from Nick Leftovich. He had drug courts in the state. He says, we just got a family treatment court probation officer become available, and she has CPS experience. Would you be interested? I was like, just so happens, yes. So now we've added, just recently, another probation officer. We have 2 probation officers now. Hopefully we'll get another CPS worker, and in theory, be able to exactly double the size of this program. Now, doubling it in size, what that translates into, you can see on the slide up there, doubling the number of families we can rebuild, and doubling the number of families that we can get back together. We put people back together, we put their lives back together, they're productive members, there's no more drug issues, and we're going to be able to expand this program and serve twice as many, and I can tell you Stephanie and I will work every day to make that happen. Now everybody's talked a lot about Stephanie Smith, but we haven't heard from her yet. We're going to now. She's going to do a couple of things. She's going to introduce the members of the treatment team, and she's also going to introduce our graduates. So Stephanie.
Go out on a limb and say that anybody who's met me at any point in time was not surprised when he said it felt like he was talking to a brick wall when he was telling me I was going to have to take it down a notch. So it was a road to get here, and there were moments that we weren't really sure if it was going to happen, but it did, thankfully. And so we kicked off February 21st, 2020. And what we had no idea was coming about 3 weeks later was a pandemic that was going to shut everything down. Shut everything down, shut everyone down. And a few of our graduates had already kind of started at that point, and a few got started during that time. And it was difficult. It was very difficult. You know, I'm saying, I need you guys to do this. I need, you know, at the very beginning. And they did. It didn't come without struggles and bumps in the road and things like that, but they hung in there in a time where probably wouldn't have really blamed somebody if they didn't. So, for that, thank you. Our team, I'm very biased, and I do feel like we have the best team in the state. And we are fortunate to have a good bit of members, and of course, Judge Callahan is kind of the leader of that team. And we have all of his judicial staff, including Sarah Gregory, who's the judicial assistant, and she is the glue that holds this all together all the time. Bo Odell is our court bailiff. Chris Frost is our law clerk. We also have our prosecutors on the team. We have Paul Williams, and there might not be a lot of moments that we see eye to eye on things, but I know how fortunate we are to have you, and you show up every week and you do it, and that is very appreciated. Also in our prosecutor's office, we have Mike Cox. He's not as involved as Paul with our family treatment court, but he is truly a huge asset for me and helpful with that. And our elected prosecutor, Jonathan Sweeney, he is not here right now. He's currently serving his active military duty, but he's been a big supporter of us and helpful and all those things, which we always appreciate. We have our public defender's office, who now is Joe Moscow in the family treatment court team. Our chief public defender now is Kathleen Murphy, who started with us and still gets in a little bit every now and then. Our guardian ad litem is Denise Pettyjohn, and when I asked her to do this, I was like, I need somebody that's really gonna like get fiery and do what we need sometimes, and there's no lack of that every Thursday morning. Our treatment provider is Emily Wood. She does counseling with majority of our participants, and they can tell you and agree with me that she is a huge part of the reason why we are here today. So we do have David, who is now my cohort here, so that we can work on growing and get more families in. And I know that all my Charleston people are very happy to have her here because she's super good with the paperwork and database. Rodney Blankenship, our CPS worker, could not do this without you. It would not work. This dynamic works, and I hope that you know like how truly appreciated you are for what you bring to this and with our team in this program. We asked him to speak today. He was like, I'll just let you do the talking. I said, probably best. So, and Patty Martin, of course, you've heard from her, and that was outstanding, and I really appreciate you saying some words today. That was really special. We have the probation department, so we've got my chief, Jason Sales. No words needed. Everyone just kind of gets it. And then we have our adult drug court officers, Sherry Cook and Ken Westphal. And we've got Jared Moreland and Raven Anteline. And our secretary, BJ Donato. Man, we have a great team and it works together really well. So thank you guys for everything you do helping me keep it together every day and just with the participants in the program. We have our day report center. Staff there is Gary Gerald, the director, Lindsay Brady, the assistant director, Megan Griffin. So side note, she actually serves two roles. So she is the peer recovery support specialist for the day report center, but thanks to a grant that we recently received, she is now in addition the peer recovery support specialist specifically for family treatment court as well. And Brianna Schardiger and Ron and Tia, I'm not sure if they're up here, but we've got a good old team down there. We have Debbie Sislovnik, who is a community member who joined our team. She brings an excellent perspective. As somebody, she's not in our world, like Judge Rowe talked about. Like, we're also used to like this and this and this as far as the everything goes. She's not used to that. I'll put things on our roster, you know, GAL, and she's like, what is that? You know, because to us that's normal, to her it's not. So she brings an outside perspective that's always really helpful. And we do have Kim Sterling as a part of our team, and like she's done amazing stuff. And I think she gave all the participants a really cool experience with your families and with your kids and everything like that. So that's fantastic. She's also our Women's Resource Network victim advocate for Nicholas County. And our most recent addition to the team was Sammy Gregory, and she is the attendance director for the Nicholas County Board of Education. And we are so glad you're with us. So I don't think I missed anybody. Phil Wilson. There we go. Pastor Phil Wilson. I'm sorry, I don't know why I did that. But we're really glad to have everybody. So that's our team. What our participants do in our program, because everybody kind of built it from the ground up. So the way Nicholas County does it, we bring them in, and all of them did not get to start out this way because of the pandemic. But you know, we participate in random and regular drug screens. They work on kind of some pattern habit-forming things such as like a curfew to work on, what are we doing at 7 o'clock? We're doing fast and bedtime and homework and things like that. And working on getting that way. They've done a ton of evidence-based classes and community service and different things through our day report center. And they come in and they meet with the team and the judge every week. And that to me is one of the most important pieces of the program is that weekly face-to-face time that we get with everyone. So just my little extra special thank you to Madison coming on behalf of Congresswoman Miller and Senator Manchin and Governor Justice for sending their greetings. And Judge Rowe, thank you so much for coming. I think that Judge Callahan talked about Judge Rowe kind of laying a solid foundation for our treatment courts, and that really is true. I worked for the department while he was here, and I think he really brought to us an understanding that you can't just always do it the way that it's set up to be done. Some people need something extra. Some people need some more time. Some people need extra chances. Some people need, and he did that. And I think he really helped Nicholas County prepare to be able to do the treatment courts, which kind of operate that way. So I really appreciate you coming. So other special thank yous. So our day report center, I don't know where our program would be without you guys. It provides the tangible items as far as health and transportation, classes, assistance to get finding employment or medical needs or all the different things. But what I think that we would all probably agree with is what the DRC brings to it is not something that you can like touch or feel. It's the support system. It's the safe place to go, even if you're not happy with us at the time. And everybody there is in your corner. So I can't really say enough about that. We also are really fortunate to have Sozo in our community. Andrea Nutterfolk and her whole staff, they're a huge part in our recovery community and hosting meetings, and now they've advanced into even having some housing options to help people get on their feet and get ready to go off on their own. So thank you guys very much. The DHHR, we've kind of really talked about that. This wouldn't work without you guys, so like we really do appreciate you guys having us. It's fantastic. Also, through DHHR, we have providers, our ASO providers, who help us with our services and some of the classes and visits and things like that. And so, Charlie and Loretta and all of you guys and Thomas and everyone else that's here, thank you for what you've done in helping us with this. Our attorneys, Nicholas County has a fantastic group of attorneys, and if you guys weren't on board, this wouldn't work either. So I appreciate you all having the faith in us and letting us work with your clients, and I hope you're happy. Kim, with your pictures, I can't say enough how beautiful they are, and I'm excited. I'm hoping I might actually be able to make it out and see all of you guys once you have them hung up in the houses and see how they look. I also want to give a special thank you to one of our adult drug court participants, Melissa Rose. She was talking yesterday about, how nice it would look to have some flowers on our table down at DRC for our food after this, if I ever stop talking when we finish. And I thought that was going to be a donated thing. And then when I talked to her this morning, what she actually did is she offered to work off the flowers at Rosewood Florist. And that is amazing, Missy, and I hope you know how much we appreciate you doing that. And the flowers were the perfect addition. And Megan, you bring more to this than I could ever thank you for. Your experience, your knowledge, your viewpoint on things. It's not stuff that I can do all the time. It's not a way I know to look at things. So I'm so glad that you're on here with us now through both of your roles. And I am a firm believer that this treatment court would not work if we did not have a treatment provider who was on board. And we have Emily, and what she does goes far beyond her hour with them every week. She's come out at 10 o'clock at night with us. She's been on the phone. So we're super fortunate to have a treatment provider that goes above and beyond for the participants in our treatment court. and Chantel. Like I said, we've already established that sometimes I can be a little bit much and I get up here and everything. And if it weren't for you, I would not be able to do this. So I hope you know like how appreciated you are for all you do. Of course, our community, everything from law enforcement to our like CAC, Family Resource Network, all of those, our Board of Education, our commissioners, our legislators, our local leaders, and just our community as a whole. Thank you for your support. Kim, Sherry, and Gary, guys, I don't think I could do it without you. Like, it really is a team effort, and what you guys do every day is really important. Not just for me, but for all of our participants and everyone who walks in the doors at the center. So thank you guys, all three of you, so much for everything that you do. Okay, and my last one, Judge Callahan. Clearly this wouldn't work without you. We kind of have to have you on board for it, but you are, and I see it, the difference it makes with the approach that you take with the treatment court and with the participants. You have a job to do and you do it well, but you've really taken on the approach of trying to get the treatment aspect going with the community, with the participants. And so I really appreciate your tenacity and all the things you did to get this going and what you do every day. I know it's not always easy to have me here all the time. And so with that also, thank you for having faith in me, giving me the opportunity to be able to do this too. Okay, so our graduates, we have Krista Barnett, Allison Aaron Harris, Angela Johnson, Tyler Campbell, and Jared Lee Smith. And every single one of our families has a unique story. Nobody got here the same way. And so their journeys have all been unique as well. You guys all did a lot of similar things, but the journey that you took to get here were all different because you're all different. And each and every one of you, I hope that you know that we truly do love you. And we are proud of you. And I think it's already been said once, and I think you guys have probably all heard me say it at least 10 times in the last couple of weeks. We're not going anywhere after today. You know, we're all constantly growing and having things go on, every person in this room. So whether you're having a huge success or you're having a bad moment, please remember that you can come to us, and we're always here for you. With that being said, I think that we're ready to start presenting certificates. So I'm going to call you guys up one at a time, and I'm just going to talk just a little bit about some of the stuff that we've accomplished, okay? So first, we have Krista Barnett. She has 3 children. She has Kat, little Kevin, and Lonnie, and in this program. Okay, she has many more that she's helped with over the years. And Krista has 395 days clean. She has obtained employment at Food Lion. She has obtained her driver's license and has reliable transportation. And she has completed all the evidence-based classes that we asked her to complete. And you're such a fantastic person. You are strong, and you are beautiful, and you hold it down. I'm proud of you. So we have Alice and Aaron Harris. They have 2 children. We have Casey and Arion. And Alice has 413 days clean, and Aaron has 392 days clean. Alice has obtained employment at Walmart, and Aaron has obtained good employment at the Dingus Sawmill, if I said it right. They have reliable family transportation. They have good housing. They have both completed all the evidence-based classes, and Aaron also had an extra one with completing BIPS, which is an 8-month program. We have Angela Johnson, and she has one child that's gone through the program with us, but she has another child who is just a little older than what we could take, but she has Harper and Hannah, and one thing I want to say is I really feel like Hannah and Angie, your all's relationship has grown so strong, and you're both beautiful women, and you're working and you're doing amazing things and doing a great job with Harper together. Angie has 308 days clean. She also has obtained employment at Food Lion, and everybody take an extra special look at our cake when you get down to the Day Report Center, because Angie is the cake maker at Food Lion, and so Angie made our cake for graduation. She has obtained housing, transportation, and completed all our evidence-based classes. We have Tyler Campbell. Tyler has 2 children, and I think we're going to have at least Bristol up here with us. And he's got Abel, who's back there with their mother, Bailey. And Tyler has 372 days clean. He has obtained his license and reliable transportation. He also has obtained employment with the Jim C. Hammer Sawmill, completed all the evidence-based classes, as well as the BIPS program, which again is an 8-month program. It takes a minute. So the other thing I want to say about Tyler, your relationship and your co-parenting with what you and Bailey have done, I really feel like I need that to not go unnoticed, because what you guys do for these kids and work together to do that is amazing. So I'm proud of you. So our last graduate is Jerry Smith, and she's coming solo. But Jerry Lee has 295 days clean, and she has consistently maintained transportation and housing. She's completed all our evidence-based classes. But I think your biggest accomplishment throughout your time in the program is bundled up in a little blanket back there. So we have Miss Jasleen, who is our newest member to our family here. And you've done fantastic, Jerry Lee. She has 4 children. She's got Jason, Jayana, Jackson, and Jasleen. So I'm proud of you, dear. You've done really well. The thing I want to finish with is just reminding you guys, you have the tools, utilize them. You've got the support system, use us. Again, we are not going anywhere, and we want to see all the good things, and as the kids continue to grow and have their own milestones, celebrate that with us, and we're always, always, always here for anything else. So again, thank you to everyone for coming today. And thank you for supporting our program.
We're done in just under an hour, which I think is pretty good, especially with Stephanie talking. But friends and family, feel free to stay in the courtroom. There are pictures and hugs, and there is food from Pasquale's and Beckley down at the DRC. So everybody, feel free to join us down at the DRC for a bite to eat. But like I said, just stick around for hugs and pictures. And I want to thank everybody for coming. So thanks.